Hello, everyone. Many elderly individuals believe that relying on their children is neither a shameful act nor an indication of failure. In many cultures, children are seen as a source of support and comfort for aging parents. Taking care of one's parents is not just a moral duty, but is also considered a hallmark of a successful and capable child. The expectation is that in old age, parents should be able to depend on their children for both emotional and material support. Staying with one's children can bring elderly parents comfort and ease, ensuring they don't need to worry about their basic needs like food, shelter, and companionship. However, this seemingly ideal arrangement doesn't always work out as intended. In some cases, relying entirely on children can lead to unforeseen difficulties, and self-reliance becomes the key to maintaining dignity and happiness. Let's consider the story of Ms. Lin, a woman who made the courageous decision to prioritize her independence despite the societal pressures to rely on her children. Now 70 years old, Ms. Lin was widowed 15 years ago when her beloved husband tragically passed away in a car accident. During their marriage, she and her husband led a peaceful and happy life, raising 3 children who grew up to have stable careers in the city. Though the loss of her husband was a painful blow, she resolved to carry on, believing that with time, she could rebuild her life. In the years following her husband's death, Ms. Lin received a compensation sum of 300 million Vietnamese dong and had saved up 500 million Vietnamese dong from her own earnings. With these funds, she felt confident that she could manage on her own. However, like many elderly individuals, Ms. Lin initially thought that living with her children would provide a sense of joy and comfort, filling the void left by her husband's death. Her children, though busy with their own lives, reassured her that they would take good care of her. They suggested rotating her stays among their homes, each hosting her for a few months. This arrangement, they promised, would allow her to experience the warmth of family, while also ensuring that no one child bore the entire burden of caring for her. But as the months went by, Ms. Lin quickly realized that this arrangement wasn't as ideal as she had hoped. Living with her eldest son, she found herself treated more like a guest than a member of the family. His wife, though polite, assigned her numerous household chores, as if she were just another helper in the house. This made Ms. Lin feel unwanted and undervalued. Meanwhile, her son, who had initially promised to provide her with financial support, began reducing the amount he gave her. Though he still insisted that she stay with them, his growing indifference made her feel like a burden, rather than the cherished matriarch she had once been. Her younger son's home wasn't much better. He often requested money for his business investments and pressured her to sell her home to fund his latest projects. Ms. Lin felt torn between wanting to support her children and realizing that her resources were being drained by their requests. Despite her love for them, she began to feel that her role in their lives had changed. Instead of being a mother to be cared for, she had become an ATM and a source of emotional labor. The breaking point came when Ms. Lin fell seriously ill. Though she had always been a strong and independent woman, her body couldn't keep up with the stress of being shuttled from one child's home to another. It was during her illness that she saw the reality of her situation more clearly. Her children, though they loved her in their own way, were preoccupied with their own lives and responsibilities. The promises of care and companionship had faded into the background as their focus shifted to their own families and careers. Ms. Lin began to realize that while they were not intentionally neglecting her, they were no longer able to prioritize her well-being in the way she had hoped. It was at this moment that Ms. Lin made a bold decision to leave her children behind and return to her hometown. There, she would hire a helper to assist with daily tasks and regain her independence. After regaining her health and peace of mind, Ms. Lin shared with others the lessons she had learned about aging with dignity. She emphasized the importance of maintaining good health, fostering self-reliance, and safeguarding personal assets. She realized that a stable pension and savings were essential for financial security, as relying solely on children could lead to unforeseen complications. Ms. Lin also cautioned against giving away property or assets too early. She had seen friends and relatives lose control over their financial futures by transferring everything to their children in an attempt to avoid burdening them. Instead, she advocated for holding on to one's property as a way of preserving independence and long-term stability. For Ms. Lin, retirement was not a time to exhaust oneself by helping others, but to relax and enjoy life. It was about building a life that brought joy, meaning, and fulfillment without being wholly dependent on others. Ms. Lin's story is a testament to the importance of planning for old age with foresight and practicality. Through careful decisions, she was able to create a life of dignity and contentment, finding peace in her independence even as she remained close to her children. In contrast, Mrs. Mai, now 78 years old, had a different yet equally illuminating journey. Mrs. Mai raised 4 sons and 2 daughters, dedicating her youth to their care. She worked tirelessly, putting her own needs aside, to ensure that her children grew up to be strong and independent adults. As she grew older, she initially followed the same path as many elderly individuals, rotating between the homes of her children. However, this arrangement, which she had hoped would provide her with comfort and security, ended up causing more distress than solace. The constant moving between her sons' homes became exhausting for Mrs. Mai. Each home was filled with its own set of challenges. She often found herself caught in the middle of sibling rivalry and jealousy. Her sons argued over who should take care of her, and the tension among them left her feeling like a prize to be won, rather than a mother to be cared for. Furthermore, her daughters-in-law, who were not used to the idea of having their mother-in-law live with them, made her feel uncomfortable and unwelcome. It wasn't long before Mrs. Mai realized that despite her son's best intentions, living with them was causing her more anxiety than peace. Mrs. Mai also faced societal expectations that added to her stress. In many communities, it is considered more acceptable for parents to live with their sons rather than daughters, which meant that her daughters, who were the ones most eager to care for her, were often overlooked. The deep love her daughters had for her was evident, but they were unable to break the traditional mold. Her sons, bound by these societal norms, resisted the idea of letting her live with her daughters. As a result, Mrs. Mai felt trapped in a cycle of moving from home to home, always in the way, never truly feeling at ease. Eventually, Mrs. Mai made the decision to live alone. Though it was difficult at first, she realized that it gave her more peace and respect than depending on her children. She hired a caregiver to assist with daily activities, but she remained the one in control of her life. No longer bound by the expectations and pressures of living under someone else's roof, Mrs. Mai was able to find a sense of tranquility that had eluded her for so long. The stories of Ms. Lin and Mrs. Mai serve as powerful reminders of the challenges that can come with aging and the importance of safeguarding one's independence. Many elderly individuals dedicate their lives to supporting their children, only to face neglect or indifference in old age. This highlights the need for careful planning and foresight when it comes to the later stages of life. While love for one's children is natural, self-respect and financial security are equally vital. As the stories of Ms. Lin and Mrs. Mai illustrate, a balanced approach, one that values self-reliance, health, and thoughtful planning, can lead to a fulfilling and peaceful old age. It's crucial for elderly individuals to maintain their independence, safeguard their health, and create a life that brings them joy, all while ensuring that they are not overly dependent on others for their well-being. Reflecting on these stories helps us better understand the complexities of aging and the importance of cultivating a life that is fulfilling, meaningful, and secure, regardless of what the future holds. Family relationships are among the most valuable aspects of life, offering love, support, and companionship. However, without clear boundaries, they can sometimes become overwhelming, particularly as roles and dynamics shift with age. Setting boundaries is not about pushing your family away. It's about creating a balanced relationship where both parties feel respected and understood. It allows you to maintain your independence while nurturing the love and connection that exists within your family. The first step in setting boundaries is to communicate your needs openly and honestly. Many seniors struggle with expressing their desire for independence out of fear that it may hurt their loved one's feelings. However, avoiding these conversations can lead to misunderstandings and feelings of resentment over time. Let your family know how much you value their support, but also emphasize your need for personal space and autonomy. Share your intentions clearly, such as wanting time to pursue hobbies, spend quiet moments alone, or manage certain responsibilities on your own. Learning to say no is another essential aspect of establishing boundaries. It can be challenging to decline requests from family members, especially when you want to be helpful or avoid conflict. Yet constantly saying yes to everything can leave you feeling drained and overburdened, diminishing your ability to take care of yourself. Practice saying no in a way that is both kind and firm, explaining your reasons when necessary. For example, if a family member frequently asks for favors that interfere with your plans, you might say, "I'd love to help, but I have something scheduled at that time." This approach allows you to prioritize your needs without causing unnecessary tension. Establishing routines is another effective way to maintain boundaries. By creating a predictable schedule, you let your family know when you're available and when you need time for yourself. For example, you might set specific days or hours for family visits, phone calls, or helping with tasks. This structure helps prevent unintentional overstepping and ensures you have dedicated time to focus on your interests and well-being. Financial independence is a cornerstone of maintaining autonomy in your later years. Many seniors face financial challenges that can lead to increased reliance on their families for support. While it's natural to turn to loved ones in times of need, taking proactive steps to secure your financial stability can help preserve your independence and avoid unnecessary burdens on your family. Planning your retirement is a critical aspect of achieving financial independence. If you haven't already, take the time to evaluate your income sources, expenses, and savings. Create a budget that covers your essentials while allowing for discretionary spending on things that bring you joy. This proactive approach not only ensures your financial security, but also gives you the freedom to make decisions based on your own preferences. Seeking professional financial advice can also be immensely beneficial. Financial advisors can help you navigate complex issues such as investment strategies, retirement accounts, and managing healthcare costs. They can provide tailored guidance to optimize your resources and create a sustainable financial plan for the future. This kind of expert input can alleviate stress and give you confidence in your financial decisions. Being transparent about finances with your family is another key step. Open conversations about what you can and cannot provide, or what assistance you might require, can prevent misunderstandings and resentment. For example, if you're unable to contribute financially to certain family events or projects, let them know early to manage expectations. At the same time, if you anticipate needing financial help, discussing this in advance allows your family to prepare and offer support in a way that feels manageable for everyone involved. In addition to personal planning, it's important to be aware of resources and programs designed to assist seniors with financial needs. Many communities offer subsidies, grants, or discounts for housing, utilities, and healthcare that can ease financial burdens and reduce reliance on family. Taking advantage of these opportunities is not a sign of weakness, but a practical step toward maintaining your independence. When you have financial stability, you are better equipped to make choices that align with your goals and desires. It empowers you to live life on your terms, whether that means traveling, investing in hobbies, or simply enjoying a comfortable and stress-free retirement. By managing your finances effectively and setting boundaries with your family, you can strike a balance that allows you to maintain your independence while nurturing meaningful relationships. Building a support network beyond your immediate family is a vital aspect of maintaining independence as you age. While family members may provide invaluable love and care, relying solely on them for all your emotional, social, and physical needs can create an imbalance that may strain relationships. Expanding your connections to include friends, peers, and community resources not only enriches your life, but also reinforces your autonomy. One of the best ways to create a strong support network is by fostering friendships and engaging with peers. Social interactions with others who share similar interests or experiences can be deeply fulfilling. Consider joining local groups, clubs, or organizations focused on hobbies you enjoy, such as gardening, reading, or music. Senior centers often host activities like card games, exercise classes, or art workshops, providing a welcoming space to meet like-minded individuals. These connections can lead to meaningful friendships that support your emotional well-being and encourage an active lifestyle. Local community resources are another excellent avenue for expanding your support system. Many towns and cities have programs specifically designed to support seniors, offering everything from transportation services and meal delivery to educational courses and fitness programs. These resources help bridge the gap between what you can do independently and where you might need assistance, ensuring you can continue living a fulfilling and self-reliant life. Professional services can also play a critical role in maintaining your independence. Hiring help for tasks like housekeeping, grocery shopping, or yard work can reduce the physical strain on your body and free up time for activities you truly enjoy. If you require more personal care, consider working with trained caregivers who can provide assistance while respecting your privacy and autonomy. Using professional services is not a sign of dependence, but a strategic choice to preserve your energy and focus on the aspects of life that matter most to you. Maintaining physical health is a cornerstone of independence, and prioritizing self-care is essential. As you age, your body requires more attention and care to stay strong and active. Regular exercise is a critical component of this, as it improves mobility, enhances cardiovascular health, and strengthens muscles and bones. Activities like walking, swimming, yoga, or Tai Chi are excellent options for seniors, offering low-impact ways to stay fit and reduce the risk of injuries. In addition to physical activity, a balanced diet is crucial for maintaining energy levels and supporting overall health. Focus on eating whole, nutrient-rich foods, including fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. Staying hydrated and limiting processed foods, sugars, and excess salt can also contribute to better health outcomes. By nourishing your body, you give yourself the energy and vitality needed to maintain an active and independent lifestyle. Mental and emotional health are equally important. Engaging in activities that challenge your mind, such as puzzles, reading, or learning new skills, helps keep your brain sharp and improves cognitive function. Meditation, mindfulness, and deep breathing exercises can reduce stress and enhance your emotional well-being. If you ever feel overwhelmed or lonely, don't hesitate to reach out to friends, counselors, or support groups. Emotional self-care ensures you remain resilient and capable of handling life's challenges. Pursuing your passions and interests is another vital aspect of self-care. The golden years offer a unique opportunity to explore hobbies or activities you may not have had time for earlier in life. Whether it's painting, gardening, traveling, or writing, dedicating time to what brings you joy can be incredibly rewarding. It allows you to express your creativity, discover new talents, and find a sense of purpose that enriches your daily life. Independence doesn't mean detachment from family, but rather thriving alongside them in a way that respects everyone's individuality and needs. Family relationships can be a source of immense joy and support when nurtured with care and mutual respect. Focusing on quality interactions rather than constant involvement ensures that your time together is meaningful and enjoyable for both you and your loved ones. Sharing in family milestones such as birthdays, holidays, or graduations allows you to stay connected without compromising your independence. These moments provide an opportunity to celebrate and bond, strengthening your relationships in a way that feels balanced and fulfilling. At the same time, maintaining your own interests and activities sets an example for your family, showing them that independence is a valuable and achievable goal at any stage of life. By embracing your independence, you also inspire your loved ones to live confidently and autonomously. You become a role model for future generations, demonstrating that it's possible to age with dignity, freedom, and vitality. Your ability to balance independence with meaningful relationships creates a legacy of strength and self-reliance that benefits not only you but also your family. Ultimately, independence is not about isolation, but about creating a life that is rich, balanced, and true to who you are. By prioritizing self-care, building a diverse support network, and maintaining healthy boundaries with family, you set the stage for a fulfilling and empowered life. Independence in old age is a journey, one that requires intention and effort, but offers profound rewards. It allows you to live each day on your terms, with confidence, joy, and the freedom to be fully yourself.